Hi everyone, this is my first foray into screencasting, and what I'm going to be doing today is reviewing and kind of overviewing a cool piece of software that I found for Mac OS X. And the reason for this is I've just recently kind of started using Macs, and it's been cool and fun to kind of look at the software that comes built into Macs. And one of the pieces of software that I'm sure most of you are aware of is TimeMachine to do backups. TimeMachine is great. The only problem is you really don't have any options with it. It's either you're not using TimeMachine, or you're using TimeMachine and you're backing up every single hour. And for most people, backing up once an hour is it's overkill. People don't need that level of backup, and so I don't need that either. So one of the first things I did was I searched online for some kind of software that would allow me to set the schedule, set the interval of when I would get TimeMachine to do backups. And I was able to find a great piece of software called TimeMachineEditor. And this is the window for TimeMachine, and this is all you see. It's really simple, which I love. It's great. It's easy. Nothing confusing at all. So now let's kind of go into it here, and you've got mode of operation. You've got a drop down here with three options: when inactive, interval, and calendar intervals. We'll stick with the first option here. And you've got the option to check this box, and this will allow tell TimeMachine, hey, only back up not during these times. So you want to say do not back up from. So it is the standard time that you use your computer during the day. Now for me, I would probably do something like 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. So if you set those times here, using these arrows, as you can see, I would typically again set it from 8 to probably around 11 p.m. And you check this box, and that will tell TimeMachine not to back up during these hours. And you also have another checkbox here: back up while on battery power. Now, typically I want to leave this box unchecked as it is now. The reason for that is you really don't want to be on battery power during a backup, especially if you've got low battery and you start a backup and your battery dies in the middle of a backup. It's probably not the best thing. So definitely want to uncheck this box, because that will make sure that TimeMachine will only start the backup when you are on battery power, which is important. So that's great. So now, and then once you change these settings, you always want to make sure to hit apply here. And now let's go to the second option, interval. And here, this is where you can change the interval to anything you want. So you can do hours or days. So if I want to do it, once a week, boom, 7 days, back up every 7 days. If I want to do it once every 2 weeks, got that option here. So you can just change this option here to whatever you like, and that's great. And then again, you've got the same two options here as you did before. And then if you make the changes, hit apply to save it. Now let's go to the last option, calendar intervals. Here, which is great, I'm telling it, I want to back up daily, and I can specify exactly what time to do the backup, which is awesome. So that's awesome. That's really nice to have. And besides daily, the other option is weekly. And you do that, and then you can pick exactly what day of the week to do the backup, and also the time again that you want to do the backup. And it's awesome because you have the option by clicking on this little plus icon here to add multiple intervals. You can add as many intervals as you like. And right now it says here I've been backing up weekly on a Monday at 10:49 a.m. and every day at 10:49 a.m. So again, I can add as many of these as I like. As you can see now, there's a long list here. And then you've got that same checkbox as you had before: back up while on battery power, leave it unchecked, and hit apply. Now, it's important, you also want to make sure that this little switch is turned on. Otherwise, TimeMachineEditor is not going to be connected to TimeMachine. So once it's turned on, now as you'll see here, settings applied successfully, Time Machine will now use the new scheduling. Boom, done, perfect. Now you're all set with Time Machine, and you're backing up at your schedule, not the 1 hour default built-in schedule in Time Machine, which quite frankly, again, like I said, overkill. So this is pretty cool piece of software, and I think it's really simple, easy to use, and honestly, that's the basics, and that's pretty much all you really need to know with Time Machine to get the job done. And here are the menu options here. But as I said, simple, easy, awesome piece of software. Thumbs up in my book. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.